YouTube brothers from other mothers and extraterrestrial brothers and sisters. Mr. Brown. It's your main man, Ben Johnson, Model Damn Railroad. How's everybody out there doing? Nice, warm, hot, stupid ass day. And I don't know what to say. I'm sitting in my kitchen. I'm taking a lynching. You see that thing back there? Right there. That's a grain elevator. It's heavy as hell, too. It's made out of PVC. I paid $35 for that train show. Woo! They had train shows. Ooh, I bought some other stuff, too. I'm just clicking and clanking and clacking along with my layout. I did the unthinkable. It ain't unsinkable, but it's unthinkable. Hold on. Gotta take a sip of the round. Man, let me tell you. I had put in a Y. I don't know why, but I did. So the upper staging can have an inner and an outer. So you have an inner outer. That's funny, inner outer, you know what I'm saying? So I got an inner and an outer. Okay, upper staging. Which is cool, so I might have to show it on my video one time. So, but as far as that, I hooked up the reverser. I thought it was going to be difficult. It turned out to be very easy. I was cussing two people out while I was putting it together because at first it didn't work. But I didn't realize that on the other side of the wire that you insulated from, you need to have feeders dropped so you can put power to that other side. Because that's my upper part of my layout with staging is on a booster all by itself. So when it didn't have no power to it, when the train went through the wire and got to that side, it would stop. So I had to work on that. So I got that straightened out. It's hard to run 16 gauge wire by yourself because when you run it, if you ain't put it in before you start putting scenery in and putting buildings in, you're going to knock something over. And believe me, I knocked my pellet thing over. I ain't happy about that, but I sure knocked that sucker over. And it went into 7,000 disintegrating pieces, but you can't tell. Because guess what? It's a model train. It's some toys. Well, besides that, I've got some new engine equalizations. I got two more Chicago Northwestern SD50s, and they all done up. And I also I got a steam decoder for my 462 engine. Sounds pretty good, but it needs another speaker, so I had to get another Q speaker. So you put two speakers in there because it don't sound good with just one speaker. I had bought a CSX SD40 Kato from Caboose Stop, and thank you, Miss Carroll. She's appreciate it. And I also that came with the two SD50s. So now I got six Chicago Northwestern SD50s. Two of them are Anthems, and the other four are Proto 2000s. All right, so far they're running pretty well. Yeah, they were brand new, so the gears with the wheels, they're not cracked. That's when you know that they're not, when they don't run right, that those gears are cracked. And Mr. Fred is operating one of them. He operates 7008. We know who Miss Fred is. He killed my buddy Jay, so you know Jay works for Santa Fe for DNS now. He works for NS. He works for NS now, so he doesn't work for UP anymore on my layout. He got Zach, who is Fred, is glued to the caboose. His arm is stuck to the side of the caboose, and there's nothing Zach can do. Zach can't eat. Zach looking like one of them Cambodian refugee kids. He done got skinny. We got a go me fund for Zach. He trying. All right, I got a couple of kits I bought. Conveyor and another glacier gravel kit I'm gonna put together because I got two of them already, but I'll put a third one up because of what I was doing downstairs. I was just trying to make things look nice. I have to talk about this. If you have a layout the size of mine and you run it by yourself, can you ask me? Why would I put yards all over the place if you ain't got nobody to switch cars to make up trains in these yards? I don't understand. Do I have the yards to store trains in, or do I have yards? I thought I had yards for people to come over to make up trains and want to switch trains. But if nobody comes, you doing it by yourself. So what fun is that? That's why I got 32,000 pictures in my phone, actually. I mean, taking pictures of my layout. They got my layout running, but the pictures of my layout. My layout runs. I can actually run trains now. I'm loving it. My system comes right on like that. But then you got 57 locomotives with sound in them that come on just like that. And you got to turn them off. George said you got to program them so they don't come on like that. But I ain't trying to program on 56 locomotives. I ain't got time for that shit. I'll turn that shit on. I probably got about 20 of them that don't come on by themselves. The other 30, you got to turn them bitches off. Some things off. I said, bitches, you can't be cussing because you got to make sure you press this video is not made for children at content. So I'm trying to make sure it's real. Okay, so I've been working on that. I'm working on a couple other areas, and I'm making another little loop from the top deck to go down, so you can do a little shortcut, and it'll just be a curve. Well, I'll wait till next week when I have more money where I can buy the lumber so I can do that, because lumber's high right now. So I would have done it today or yesterday while I had the energy. Okay, what else? Like I said, feeder lines are starting to be soldered in, and they soldered in, and everything's working fine. And like I said, I have ran some trains up on the top deck. That's cool and everything, but after I started running and going around in a circle, I make them go around real slow. I mean, it gets starting to get old. We had a train show. I must have walked about the train show about 7 times with stuff. I was buying cars, and I only bought 2 locomotives that whole train show. I can't believe it. Just two. There's two. That's not like me. I'm only got 6 or 7 locomotives. But I only bought 2. And I bought this one Atlas Burlington U30-7. Runs good as hell. Got it running with my other. I got 4 of those total. Those Atlas C30-7s. And like I said, those engines run good. They're heavy as hell. They run good. They just weird because of the body shape. You got to really be paying attention how you put the decoder in there. I'm probably going to get a sound decoder for one of them, because with all 4 of them, I don't have no sound in them. I have several different ones, U-boats, U-33s and U-28s. I have several of them, so it's just when you decide you want to run. Well, the only thing I think the advantage that I have by having the layout with so many different engines is that you don't have to look at the same engine go by. You can watch KCS go by, you can watch Rock Island Blue go by, you can watch Santa Fe F45s go by, SD24s, SD70 ACs. I mean, I think that's the best part about what I'm trying to do is that if I want to run old school, I can run my old F7s. I got some Genesis F7s. I got some Anthony Genesis F7s and some regular Anthony F7s. I mean, I got Dash 8s. I got plenty of Dash 9s. I love my Dash 9s. All my Santa Fe War Bonnet ones. I got my MKTs and I got my UPs. I got my KCSs. I got my NS. I got to get about 5 or 6 more NS engines, and I need to get about 4 or 5 more CSX engines, and I want to get at least 3 more Conrail engines. I don't know why, but I'm going to patch them out. The Conrails, I'm going to patch them out. Okay, so I have 2 Conrail Dash 8s, which are Dash 9, early Dash 9s with wide cabs. I patched them out, and they hooked to a train, but the train ain't moved from where it's sitting. I got some short U-boats. Like I said, I got some long U-boats, but the short ones are U-23, U-225, U-28Bs, 4-wheel trucks instead of 6-wheel. I have one Chessie, and it's been under the layout. It ain't moved in 3 months. The same spot. I almost forgot I had it. I gave Jay my Daylight, my GS4, which that's cool because I mean, he's my brother, so I'm gonna take care of him. I had purchased a couple more 86-foot boxcars at the train show. There's one guy was selling cars for $5 a pop. I try to get as many of them cars as I want as he had because they was $5 a pop. They was 50-foot and 60-foot, and then them 86-foot cars. But then this other guy had this collection. This guy died, and his wife told him to sell it. Man, you talking about nice cars. This dude had so many lovely, nice cars. He had over 120 locomotives. They all had Dakotas in them, and they was $100 a piece. But see, I had bought all those cars, and my money was starting to get funny. I spent like $800 at the show, but I was buying cars and buildings and stuff. I was buying buildings. I bought them little bitty buildings, not no big old gargantuan ass buildings like this. This is kit bashed. Like I said, here's a new kit that I just bought right there. That Walters kit right there. And this is right there, that's a conveyor, which I already got that already, but I wanted another one. But like between this hobby here and my model cars, man, look, I got something to keep me busy. COVID-19 ain't gonna knock at my door. When they do knock at my door, it better look like a 36 woman. I'm saying she can wear a mask because I'm gonna get in that ass. You know how they do. Because, you know, it's been hard to date out here. COVID-19 done killed the date line. You ain't dating. If you ain't got a woman already or a girlfriend, boy, you in trouble because you got a mask on. They don't know what you look like under the mask. You know what I'm saying? The brown getting on low. Got to know, gonna have to go. Gotta make a delivery in the morning. Well, yo, BJ, Benny, I guess he a good Samaritan because Friday, on the way back home from Texas, I left Texas at 3 o'clock, 3:15 to be exact. It was a very eventful day for a job that I should have left at 12. I didn't get to leave till 3:30. So, you know, by the time I get back, it's going to be dark. So when I get close to home, when I say close to home, when I get to Emporia, that's like getting close to home. Because if you go by way of Emporia East, which would be north, which would be west, east in a sense, it's 109 miles. If you go north on 35, like going towards Topeka, it's 108 miles. So I like going that way because of the fact that it's the change of scenery. But it was raining like crazy. So if you ain't never seen lightning strike, never wonder how lightning strike. You see it on TV, but you ain't never seen it in person. I seen it in person. And the sky light up, shit beside you light up, that's some spooky shit. So I decided I was going to drive 20 miles out, and I'd be 32 miles from Topeka. I decided I was going to pull over and let this blow over a little bit. So as I got to the part where I was going to pull over at, there was a car pulled off in the grass where it ran off the road, and the lights was on, and there was a car on the shoulder with the lights on. So I pulled behind the car with the lights on the shoulder. Now, I'm thinking when I got out that the people that was in that car went down to help the people that's off the road. So I get over there, nobody there. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to do this alone. I don't know what I'm going to see when I get to the car because all the airbags deployed. So I hear some noise on the inside of the car. It was a newer car. And I tapped on the window. I said, hello, are you okay in there? What's going on? So I said, I'm opening the door. So I opened the door and raised the airbag up. And the young lady, she in there frantic. She's a little young white girl. She just as nice as she could be. She just was just scared as hell and didn't know what to do. She worrying about her car. You can replace the car. You only get one of you. So she's talking to OnStar. She's talking to 911 operator. And the operator said, is somebody there with you? She said, yes, somebody just showed up. I said, yes, ma'am, I'm a truck driver. I just seen her off the road. I stopped to help her because it was another car here. They didn't even help her, so I'm going to help. So the operator called her mom, told her that the number she gave her the first time was wrong. So she called her mom, she gave her the right number. And I'm trying to get her to calm down. I'm holding her hand. I'm knee level. I'm on my knees talking to her while she's pressing hard on the brake pedal. She never put it in park. And she pressed so hard on the brake pedal, it looked like she about to shit on herself. It was funny as hell. So, that wasn't funny, but but it was weird. So I said, she told me her name, and I said, look, please put this car in park because if you hurting, it's because of your leg because you're pressing so hard on the brake pedal. Where a car went down at, because she hit the right side of the car hit the center, hit the left side of the embankment and the highway divider because it's a toll road. Because she hydroplaned and she hit that side and then it bounced her off and she ended up down this little hill. The hill is like, it's the type of hill you could cut the grass. If you was cutting grass and you had a little hill, that's what it's like. You could push up the hill. It ain't like, she was panicking though. She thought it was like going down. And I'm glad it wasn't in the area where it was like that because she would have probably died. Okay, but anyway, make a long story short, she gets her mom on the phone, and I tell her mom, I tell her my name, and I said, I'm going to stay with your daughter till somebody come, a paramedic or a police officer. And she was like, thank you, BJ, I appreciate it. And I sat there and said there, okay, so the 911 operator said she got to get off and call and see where the officer is or the paramedics. So she gets off. So the girl goes on to tell me, BJ, I ain't even supposed to be driving. So I said her name. I said, well, you know the OnStar operator is still on the phone. Why you telling on yourself? Would you shut up? So she busted out laughing. So she went from frantically crying and not staying still to bust out laughing. She just busted out laughing. I mean, you know your brother BJ. Brother BJ got it going on. He make a rock cry and laugh. It was funny as hell. She started laughing. Her mama was laughing too. Okay, so operator came back on. So operator heard what I said, heard what she said, but she didn't say nothing. So her mom kept telling her, said, breathe. I kept telling her mom, said, Mom, please have her breathe with you because she going to sit there and hyperventilate. And I ain't going to know what to do. I know I had a mindset of what I wanted to do, but I ain't going to know what to do. And so can you tell her to breathe with you? So she did all that and she started calming down. But then when I made her laugh, she was really calmed down then. So, okay, so I'm sitting there with her. I'm on my knees and I'm holding her hand and telling her it's going to be okay. Your car's not damaged that bad. You just got to get new airbags, a new igniter, and a front cover for your bumper. Okay, so by that time, highway patrol guy showed up. He walks around the curve, tall white guy. He seemed like he was pretty nice. But I was thinking like I was doing his job that he was supposed to be doing. He didn't know what to do. I'm like, I told him what I think she did. And he asked her. She said, yeah, that's exactly what happened. And she never once told me what happened to her, but I could tell by her car what happened. Okay, so I told him my name, and I said, well, I said it was a car in front of me. I pulled behind, and I thought they was down here helping her, and I said they might be still up there. I go to look. I raised my head up and looked. They was gone. So I'm like, so it was just me. So I told her mom I wasn't going to leave till somebody came. So, so he had her get out of the car because I said I didn't want to get her, move her because I don't know if she's hurting any other place. So I would let the paramedics decide if they want to move her or not. Okay, so he tells her she should move because the car was smelling kind of funny. So ain't no telling it could have caught on fire or whatever. So I didn't want her to be near the car. So I told him that, and, he agreed. We agreed. So when she stood up out of the car, she was a little waggly like this. And I said her name, and I said, you need to stand up against the car. Now, not me should be saying that. The officers should be doing all that. He's surprised because I'm just all calm and collect. I'm calm and collect because I'm like this child like a daughter would be my daughter. And I'm trying to help the child. I ain't got no crazy thoughts in my head. I'm just trying to help another human being because I'm human. Okay, so he asked her for her insurance and this and that, and she gives it. I was looking at her, she looked at me, she just kind of smirked. I smirked, and I just shook my head. I said, "Oh Lord, here it go." I said to her before he even got there, I said, that police dude ain't gonna be worrying about if you got a license or not. As long as you got registration and insurance, you will be just fine. So she believed me, in which, like I said, I really wanted to know if she was okay or not. So before I said, you done with me? I said, officer, do you need any information from me? He said, well, you didn't see the wreck, so I don't. So I was kind of disappointed that he didn't give me no information, and I didn't get a chance to get no information from her. I should have gave him my number because I would have loved to know when she was okay. And her mom said thank you, so I guess that's all this good Samaritan truck driver, ALT, gonna get. I was very disappointed because I really kind of wanted to make sure she was okay. All right, so I leave. And after I left, I get closer to home. There was another accident. I pulled over, help another guy out. He drunk. He hit the wall drunk. Man, look, if you people gonna be out there drinking and trying to drive Y'all going to jail. What the hell? When you drink and you smell like alcohol, there's something wrong with you. You can't hide that. But I helped him out. I took him to the rest area. Next stop, exit, so he wouldn't get in trouble like that. Told him to have his wife come get him, cause that's the only thing probably saved him from getting a ticket or going to jail. Oh, he wouldn't have got no ticket. He wouldn't went to jail because he was drunk. Talking about I had a couple of drinks. He live in BS, which is Blue Springs. He in BS Bonner Springs. They 50 miles apart. How you go the wrong direction? When you should have went left, when you should have went east down I-70, you went west down I-70. And then you end up turning back around to go head back east because you said you was lost. But you listening to your your GPS telling you, I hear a voice is saying, you dumbass, you wrecked. And then you drunk. You should have been going right the first time. This is Alexa talking to his ass. But anyway, get back to other few things. Because this video is kind of long. This will be probably one of my longest videos, but I'm going to still download it. We got the exit from Afghanistan and people acting like they in Cambodia when they was rushing the embassy and they was coming off the roofs with helicopters. They did all that and made all that drama. We was going to have to leave sooner or later. And Taliban is wearing white. How they get their clothes so clean? How did Taliban get all white clothes? How the hell did that happen? They all got white masks. So what happened was the army that they trained, the United States trained, turned on the United States and laid their arms down to deal with to go with the Taliban. Because they took the country over too damn fast, but the airport is secured. They got 5,000 troops, United States troops at the airport. So anybody who's American who wants to come home, and I'm about to say something real stupid, but it's going to make real sense. Anybody that wants to come home can come home. Why the hell would you go to a country that we've been trying to show how to live and have democracy? Why would you go to that country and live? And then you're going to sit up and complain because you can't get to the airport. So then you're going to make it look like it's Biden's fault. But this plan was put into motion under Trump. But nobody giving Trump no blues. They won't give Biden blues because they think he an old-ass, feeble-ass old man and he don't know what he's doing. Trump wouldn't have gave a SHIT. He wouldn't have done nothing. He don't care about the people dying of COVID because he telling you, the shot, what you need a third shot for. He ain't a doctor. Lindsey Graham ain't a doctor. Ted Cruz ain't a doctor. Well, I think he is a doctor, but what kind of fucking doctor is he? Put your finger up your ass doctor? He dumb too. Ron DeSantis, you not a doctor. Texas mayor, you not a doctor. This is because you in a wheelchair, Rick Santorum. Hey man, you in a wheelchair, wheeling around, and you want your state to suffer? You gonna take their money away from the school board because they want to put masks on kids to keep people safe? Because kids are nasty. They talk and spit in your face. What? Really? But you don't want the schools to do that. You want to punish the schools. You want to punish people who got mandates. You can't come in my establishment unless you got a mask on. What's wrong with that? Yeah. If you want to have choices or you want to have a mandate. I don't know what's wrong with you people. The people who ain't had no shots is mixing with the people who had shots. The people that are getting sick right now is the people who ain't got a shot. If you one of them people who ain't had a shot, you come from a whole nother planet. You need to get the alienated ass off my damn planet because I want to live. I'm going to wear my mask into the truck stop. I'm going to wear my mask into your business when I come in there to check in. I'm going to wear my mask when I come in to make a delivery. I'm going to wear my mask when I go to the hobby store. I'm going to wear my mask when I go eat. I'm going to wear my mask. What you going to do? I don't know what to tell you. We're going to keep doing these model train thing. My next video, I'm going to show some trains running because this damn video, it about to be 25 minutes long. I did one video. I think my very first video was pretty long. Hey, look. One life. Remember the show, One Life to Live? You can't live my life. I can't live yours. So what you gonna do? You gonna be a human or you gonna be an alien? Cause all you motherfuckers ain't getting no wearing no mask. Y'all aliens. Ain't getting no shots. Y'all aliens. Y'all need to go back to wherever planet y'all come from cause y'all stupid. Margie Taylor Greene, you had your shots around here lying. Talking about it ain't good for you. Matt Gaetz, running around here raping young girls. You lying. Talking about it ain't good for you. Who the hell is you, Sean Hannity? You lying. Talking about it ain't good for you. Okay. Who that other dude? Tucker Carlson. Are you a doctor? You just a motherfucker that got a family who's rich. You talking and spewing hate. You talking and spewing hate. You talking and spewing right wing